Hey guys, alright, first thing you're going to want to do is part your hair. I'm just using bobby pins to secure it back. This is going to be where you're going to put your cling wrap, and I did attach it with some eyelash glue. Just make sure you do avoid your hair when doing so. After that, you want to prep your skin. I'm just using a basic e.l.f. tone adjusting primer. Yeah, I'm very surprised it's purple. No idea I was going to do that. After that, I am adding in Catrice light correcting serum. This is going to illuminate your skin. It's going to give it kind of more of the shine. It also does seem to enhance the white pigment paint, giving you more of a dead feel. Now make sure you do rub this in your skin all the way. Boom, bang. I'm using Maron Aqua Color paint. Love this stuff. It smells great. Alright, gonna mix it up a bit, and you're just gonna go in, rub it on your face. Now when you do this, you want to make sure you are diluting it quite a bit, because if you don't, it's gonna go on too thick and you will end up looking like a mime, trust me. You are then gonna want to do a white face powder. This is by Makeup Revolution. This here does help add to the white ghostly feel face. It also does add extra layers and kind of buffs out any imperfection spots, patchiness. This here is an awesome palette. I highly recommend this. I scooped it for like, I don't even know, it was really cheap when Makeup Revolution was having like a 60% off sale. This is their Ghostly Stories palette. It's really good for creating ghost effects, anything spooky. Now what I'm doing is I'm just contouring any dark spots. You know, you want to give yourself kind of a ghostly feel. You don't have to do it where I did it. I just did it kind of wherever. I wasn't even looking at a reference photo. I kind of just winged it, went with the flow. You just want to make sure you do kind of blend it a little bit. This was a cheap brush. I don't even know the name of it, honestly. No idea. I wanted the shadows to be a little distorted, because you know, ghosts, when you think of them, it gives a more spooky feel when the makeup is kind of sporadic all over the face. It's not an even tone, perfection. It just gives you that ghostly vibe when the shadow is just smoked out a bit. So I did follow like the basic contouring, but I didn't, you know, chisel it like a Barbie doll. I wasn't trying to be a ghostly Barbie. Not today. And I mean, you don't have to follow all these steps. This is just what I did. You know, I learn by myself, you know, everything I do, it's just self-taught. So it's kind of like, I learn from my mistakes, and I do follow some tutorials on YouTube, you know, just to kind of get a brief example of something. But this is just all what I've done, so don't hate if I'm doing something wrong. I'm just trying here. I'm not perfect. So yeah, you just want to keep working on it till you do achieve the color that is desired. Now I just wanted mine to be a little bit darker, but not overboard, full-blown dark shaded. Now this here is a prosthetic that I made by myself. I just used latex and flour. Now what I'm doing here, I didn't put Vaseline on my hair, so prior to this, please put Vaseline or something on your hair, because I learned my lesson and got some of my hair stuck in the spirit gum. Woohoo! And then you're gonna put the prosthetic on it. You're gonna hold it there for a little bit, let it dry, and then it will stick to your cling wrap. And then what you need is some 3rd degree. It is a little bit pricey, but I highly recommend getting it. It is worth it. Now it comes in 2 jars, A and B. This is the clear version. Now that does come in a red bloody version. I didn't have that, so unfortunately I just mixed in some blood. This one was Pigs Fly South, and it's the standard blood. It's really good blood. I love it. It's one of my favorite. It looks so realistic. So what you want to do is make sure you mix A and B. I get a flat palette, and I put A on one side, B on the other. When you do scoop it out, you want to make sure you clean your spatula off, because if you scoop out A and then go right into the B jar, you're gonna get some of the A in there and it's gonna set, and you're gonna get hard chunks of cured silicone. So please make sure you do wipe it off. And then once you do have the 2 piles, you're just gonna mix them together, and then you're gonna apply it where you would like. It does set in about 5 minutes. So I do tend to work on it and then go back to it, build more to it. So just make sure you do try to work as quickly as possible. And then here I'm adding in the veins. Now I use the Skin Illustrator Necromania Palette. I used the blue and the purple, it's Lividity and Ice, so I did use that. And then here I'm using Glynn McKay Bruise gels. This one's in blue. I do like this stuff, it's pretty neat. I got this off the Makeup Armory. I don't know what other websites you can get. I think Makeup Armory and Tilt has them. That's usually where I seem to find them. There's a bunch of shades it does come in with. It's pretty cool stuff. So this here, I was just going off by the reference of the photo where to add the bruising. And what you want to do is go in and add the red as where it's in the reference photo. It can be any basic red shadow. It doesn't need to be exactly what I'm using. I just happened to grab that palette out of all my palettes. You're just going to put it where it is supposed to go. I'm doing it in the underlash and up on my lid. So you just want to work this in. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't gotta pack it in. Now you don't want it like extremely red because that's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for a glamorous effect. And then after that, I'm going in with the base white powder again. You want to put this all over your neck. I'm touching up some of my face as well. You know, why not, since it's already out. And then I do go in with that Ghost Stories palette, and I'm just kind of contouring in some shadows on my neck, make me have that more ghostly effect. And then after that, I'm just gonna go in and blot it a little bit, just kind of smear it. Don't want it perfect. As I said, we're not chiseled Barbie today. And then after that, I am going back in with some veins. Now in the photo that I looked at, there was a bunch more veins, but ain't nobody got time for that. I didn't feel like doing a lot. I only wanted a little because I wasn't trying to overkill it. After that, lastly, we're going to go with the fake blood. Now you can use any blood that you want. I just happen to like Pigs Might Fly South. Standard blood, I think it's really realistic. It really does look like real blood. And I don't know, I don't really like using cheap blood. No offense to any of the brands that, you know, are a lot cheaper. It's just, I feel like the realistic blood gives a better quality effect to the look you're trying to get. But if you're just starting out, I don't recommend buying something, you know, extremely expensive, which this stuff isn't pricey really, but I would say it's something you should invest in. So I'm just going off of the photo where the blood is and just kind of putting it, you know, where it needs to go. And I just use a basic white t-shirt. So you want to make sure you do use a shirt that you really don't care about. Alright guys, that's all there is to this video for today. Please leave a comment below, like the video, and as always, please make sure you do subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram at SFX. Thank you for watching.